Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're getting the kayaks loaded up right now. Weather's really nice and the water's down. Hoping the waves aren't too bad. The wind's blowing a lot, but we're going to try to go to one of our spots we kayak to. We've been out on the river once this year kayaking, but the water was high, so we didn't really have very good results. But it's down now, peak conditions. We're going to get these boats out and hopefully we'll find you something good. Alrighty, me and Bub's getting in the kayaks. We're getting ready to head across. A little windier than I thought it was going to be today, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, those waves was white capping a little bit. And I've gotten fatter the last summer or two. And I think I'm going to need me a bigger boat. The waves almost got into the boat today, but we got through where it's a little bit calmer and we're almost over here to our spot. It's pretty muddy in here. I'm trying to get a sift on. Douglas said he found something. What do you got?
Base.
Oh yeah, knocked off bit. Oh, that'd have been a nice one. Little bird point. Wow, real translucent. I'll have to mark it with a stick over a bubble, see if we can't sift it in a little bit, maybe find the rest of it. Bub made two more pretty good finds. Got some, like a rounded tip kind of busted off. And then he found a piece of faceted hematite. See on that side, it's actually faceted on this end right here. My thumb is too. Two really good finds there. Here you go, Bub. We got
Fossil.
Oh yeah. What are you looking at down here?
Right there.
Pick it up out there. Is it anything?
The base.
Yeah, it's a little base to a triangle. A lot of brokes today. Alright, I got a good sift going. I got Bub looking through it now. We're in a good cleaned off area through here. Most of the rest of it's really mudded in. Alright, Bub's looked at that sifter. I don't know if you can see it there. Pull it up, Bub. Push it off. Don't lose it. Oh, another one. Another banged up triangle missing its tip. Alrighty. Well, I think that's 4 good pieces now. Alright, I got another sift now, if you can see it right there. Got a real little triangle. It looks like a busted tip that they reworked. That one's pretty nice. Told Bub if he walked up there and found me something, I'd buy him an ice cream cone. What do you got? Some type of worked edge or worked base there. It's like a side to one of them longer triangles. Got some flint, golf ball, and some tile. Alright, want your blizzard?
Yep.
Alright, we got something in there we're going to show you in a second. Alright, I'm going to show you the runner-up for that sift. I got that piece here. Looked like it was worked on that edge. I'm not too sure. Bunch of flint. I got an old hammerstone there, I think. And another one here. This rock's really eroded and banged up. But this piece here looked like, if I get the focus, looked like it was worked on that one side there. I'll bring you back over here. Cleaning it out, Douglas saw this right down here. Kind of a crude triangle there. It's actually reworked. It's like it was a bigger triangle and it busted. They reworked that side a lot and then smoothed it down. That's a pretty nice find there. I'm gonna take a break from artifact hunting for a minute because I found something I didn't know there was such thing as. I think it's a river shrimp. I don't know what that thing is. Kind of scary looking now that I'm zoomed in on it. But it looked like a little shrimp, sort of. That's pretty cool. Not moving now. He's trying to stay alive. Let him back in the water. Bub's finishing this up. He wasn't looking. He was picking right here. I picked that up that I just laid down. It's a triangle. Let me show you. You can see where it's worked. Just real fat and awkward. Bottom, like, I think right there when they was trying to knock it, and it got a little weird knock in it and it couldn't work. It's even worked on that side. Just really odd. Bub's dumping the sift we just finished. I found a lot in it. There's a fossil he found. Just a bunch of debitage through here. And you get here, got a triangle. Got a little, what looks like a thumb scraper. Got another busted triangle base, and then some other type of worked, probably big 4 ancient triangle, and that's the circular base to it. That was 4 pieces, a bunch of debitage and 1 sift. All the sifts I got, every shovel was out from under that log. So all that came from one little spot about a foot squared. Bub found him another little worked piece there. Little edge of it looks like the edge of one of those more circular based triangles, what that is. And we got a lot of busteds today, but still it's a pretty good day. I think we've got almost a dozen worked pieces so far. We're gonna keep looking. All right, Bub's still looking through. If you see right there, he found a tip. Busted off, but finds a fawn.
Just fine.
We got start slowing down a little bit, not finding as much. I'm gonna look in this spot right here again, do one more gigantic sift, and then we're gonna call it a day. It's been a pretty good day already. I'm starting to get greedy. You get that itch when you find that much, you just want to keep going till you're wore out. You can barely see if there's a bald eagle way out there. It got close to us. Couldn't really get good video of it. Thought he was gonna dive bomb for a minute. He's headed out over the land now. I had Bub do a sift. What do you got there, Bub?
Scraper maybe.
Got my scraper. Kind of worked out there, and then right here he said he found a little busted triangle. I'm gonna look through this, get ready to dump it. I think we're done for the day. It's been a pretty good day. We're about to head out of here. Let me see. Try to grab Bub here. Oh, grab me. We were leaving and Bub stuck his hand down in the water. Probably found a nutting stone. I think it looks natural. Might be a pecking stone, but that's right there in our sight. It's possible. Bub, they're in there. We're gonna get back to the other side now. All we're out of here is everything we found for that trip. It was a pretty good trip. Quantity wise, it was our best trip ever. We found more worked pieces on this trip than we ever have. Something like, I think I counted 18 here. And I'm counting, let's see, we got 3, 7, 8, 13, 15, 17, 18. So that was a pretty good little trip there. And give or take 1 or 2, because I'll be honest with you, I'm questioning that one. I think it's a end of a point or a thumb scraper. So we'll just say 17 to be safe. Got a lot of debitage. I looked through it to double check. There was a couple pieces I thought were worked like that, but after looking at them, they weren't. 99% sure all the work pieces are over here. Got some pottery up there. Douglas found some tile that we brought home. Nothing major, just fun stuff. It'll go with our bottles down in the shed. Huge beaver tooth there. If you didn't know it, the beaver tooth goes into its skull like that, and then it sticks out maybe like an inch or so. What pottery for that site. It doesn't produce as much as our other site. Got a couple things I think are worked scrapers there. They follow a long line. That one's been worked at. We got this weird, clunky Ford Ancient. Just worked really terribly. You can see where they tried to work it on that side and on the bottom. On this side, it's a little, well, you get on this side, you could tell it was worked at. It's just real fat. Just a rough piece of rock they couldn't work out the way they needed to. Forgot to mention the fossils there. I don't know what this one is, but you can see a little bit of stuff in it. That one's really cool looking. And then this one's pretty cool too. I don't find too many fossils in there, so it's neat to find that. Douglas found a piece of rubbed hematite, fasted hematite. You can see where it's fasted on that side, a little bit right there, and on the back there. If I was to get a little water on that and rub it pretty good, I could get like a rust off of what they call an ochre and use that as like a dye or a paint. And that's what that's for. That's pretty cool. And we got just basically a bunch of triangles or triangle pieces down here. That one's probably one of the rougher ones. That one's pretty rough, but you can see where it's worked on that side right there. Try to get the rough ones out of the way. This one's just a worked like base to one of those. Well, if I don't lose it, to one of those rounded triangles. We got triangle, 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 triangle there. Big weird one. Busted off there, kind of rounded and worked. Kind of like what that one is, I think. This one's kind of a fatty. They couldn't thin it down. You could see where they were reworking it. It's kind of rounded at the top. This one here, I'm not too sure. I think it's one of them kind of square base that comes up, makes a triangle. I don't know. You could just kind of tell it's part of a worked point. Then everything else, just your typical, except this one, busted tip possibly. These two are really nice. This one here is really sharp. It's got a little ding in the bottom still. Real perfect little triangle. And I almost lost this one out of the sifter. Those are pretty cool. And those would have been the finds of the day. Right there is little triangles. Actually, that one lost a bit of a tip since we found it because it was a little bit better shaped than that. But Douglas found this busted one. And it would have just been a nice find just because it's translucent. You could see through it. But whenever I find these translucent ones, if I think I have stuff that matches up, sometimes I search and I'll put pieces together. It's getting kind of hard to now because I have so many pieces. But last night, I got into last year's artifacts and started looking around, and I noticed I had this one from around October, November. We went on a little commemorative hunt in honor of my Uncle Bob, who passed away last year. And we found this in the same spot we found this. And I put a few pieces down and looked at them, and they didn't fit. And I milled through and found this one. And I lined it up. Let's see. Let's flip it over. And look at that. That is a perfect fit. Now it's got me second guessing if I should look through all my other artifacts and see if I don't have any more brokes that I could piece together. We found these two pieces almost exactly a year and a half apart. And on the Ohio River, there's all kinds of wild flooding and just changes in conditions. It's just insane that we found these pieces, this artifact, and we're able to put it back together. It's not like we went to the same spot in the field and we found a broke. You know, that's kind of a little bit more common. These were both found in the rock, right at the edge of the water line. So being able to put that thing back together is awesome. But really cool hunt. Really super stoked about that. We're going to do a little video of that one. So be on the lookout for that because I want to kind of piece together the story of that because it's pretty cool. But a really, really solid day on the river. Probably, if not the best day, a top 3 day. We don't really have that much of great a quality, but we got a lot of quantity, and we got an awesome story right there. So, really fun day. Glad that you guys got to come along with us. If you haven't yet, give us a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the page. We really appreciate it. Help out a lot. But until next time, we'll see you out on the river. Happy hunting.